I want to talk to everybody today about how do I get involved, how do I get started. If you're a singer out there wanting to get motivated, wanting to get started, jumping into the entertainment industry as a recording artist, someone who, whether you write your own songs or whether you don't, I have a list of things that in my 20 years, or actually 25 years of being a session vocalist, I have a list of absolutely critical components that you are going to need and want to have to make the most progress up front, to make the least amount of mistakes, and spending only the amount of money that you need to spend. Nobody wants to spend any more money than they have to. Nobody wants to spend money, period. But the point is, you're going to have to do this. It takes money to make demos. It takes money to build a website. It takes money for branding and logo, everything, marketing. All takes money. So, number one, if you're a singer who does not have their own songs, but you have a really good voice, you really feel like you've got what it takes to do well in this industry, the first thing you're going to want to do is to go looking for material, looking for songs. How do you do that? The best way, if you're somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, or you're not anywhere close to a major city or a music city, or Nashville, LA, New York, what have you, the best way to go about finding great material is to get on the computer. And what people don't know is that major publishing houses, I'm not going to name any of them, I'm just going to tell you there are major publishing houses in Nashville, in LA, in New York that have compilation CDs of songs that they pitch to prospective artists. Not artists that are already signed, but people that are coming up. All of these companies, all of these recording companies have their feelers out, and they're trying to figure out who the next big thing is going to be. The only way they're going to figure that out is through their A&R department, people that are, people send in stuff from demos and CDs and things of that nature. But they also have their publishing department who makes discs, CDs of a compilation CD of a bunch of songs, whether it's country, pop, what have you. They have this compilation CD ready to go. If I were to walk in any one of these publishing houses in Nashville right now and ask for a comp CD because I have some artists that I want to, use these songs on, or at least have them listen to the songs, they're not going to tell me no. Why would they tell me no? It's in their best interest to cover all of their bases. So if you don't have, or if you're not a songwriter and you don't feel like you have access to songs, think again, you do. Get on the internet. All you got to do, Google is such an amazing search engine. Get on there and Google it, and it can be as simple as typing in new material for new artists, finding songs, finding great songs. How do I find really good songs? It all starts there. Now, be wary of companies that say, for a lump sum, we'll get you in and work with producers, get you in a studio, and we have a compilation of songs over 2,000 long that we want to sell you. Be very, very leery of these companies, because there is a difference between a good old-fashioned artist development company, which is part of my company, part of what I do is artist development. But if you're just looking for tunes and you're not interested in being developed, you just want to find good songs, and you really don't have the capital to spend all this money, then don't. All you need to do is focus in on the publishing companies. You're going to get a long list when you punch this stuff up, though, and it won't just be publishing houses. It's going to be a lot of different businesses that are going to want your business, but they're going to come from the angle of more overall artist development, which means, technique. Maybe have somebody they work with as an independent contractor that does technique for them. Maybe working with a producer. Maybe image consulting, which is obviously important. But they're going to have this whole gamut they're going to run that they're going to want you to be a part of, and that costs money. And they're going to ask for that money. If all you're interested in, excuse me, is finding great tunes, then I would suggest that you go right to the source, which are the publishing companies. You can Google publishing companies, major publishing companies. They're everywhere, and they don't even have to be the big boys. They can be, you know, Bob's publishing company. You never know where the next great song is going to come from, but you're never going to know until you start looking. So if you don't have a song or songs, you're not a songwriter, instead of wasting your time writing with writers that maybe be local and I've met a lot of great songwriters in my day, and not all of them live in Nashville or LA, New York. There's some amazingly talented people scattered throughout the U.S. and in the world. But don't spin your wheels by just co-writing with people that are just locals. You want to make sure that you approach this as a businessman or a businesswoman. You want the best material for you, right? So go looking for that. Go looking up these publishing companies. They send compilation discs out. They give compilation discs out. All I have to say is I'm a producer and I'm looking for new tunes. And there you go. Now, their resources are going to be limited. They're not going to give you these things time and time and again, over and over and over again. Why are they not going to do that? Well, because sooner or later, they're going to want to also make those tunes available to legitimate acts and things of that nature. So, but you're never going to get it if you don't ask. So go back, find these publishing houses, look them up. It's that simple. People try to make, well, I'm all the way out here in BFE, Michigan. I don't know what to do. Google it up, find these publishing companies, get in touch with their publishing their department, and tell them that you are a producer that are looking for great tunes. It's that simple. And BMI, ASCAP, these organizations that monitor song play on the radio. They keep track of for the writers, so the writers can get paid. They also have answers for you. So look, don't be afraid to get out there and shake that sugar tree a little bit. Publishing houses, artist development companies, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, all these people you should be contacting. It's all networking, folks. Call these people, contact, email these people, and start asking questions.